皆さんこんにちは。久しぶりだね。今日は日本語の勉強について日本語の勉強の進展について話したいと思ってる。今日から9日、私が日本語を勉強し始めたから1年半になるけど、実際それは1年半の勉強じゃない。理由は去年3日間で私は勉強しなかった。ただ暗記のカードを復習した。後でそれについて話したい。でも今、面白いものを見せたい。これは2冊のワンピースの漫画。ここも、でもその前に、暗記の状態は、カード6778カード、それとも平均は1日に13カードです。私はため語話してるから。その平均はあんまり良くないでしょ。ただ1日に13カード。これはね、先ほどに言った去年その3日間ではカードを作られなかったので、私の勉強の方法は大体変えてない。ただ今年の初めにアクセントを勉強し始めた。それカードに入れた。ヒアリングは知ってるけどあまりしてない。Google Podcast ダウンロードしたけど、実は Google Podcast をダウンロードしたから、私のヒアリングは、良くなった。でも、すべきほどにしてない。話の練習はしてない。今、日本語を話してるけど、これは練習してない。ただ、頭に独り言とか、音楽、曲の歌詞を歌ったり、アニメからのセリフを話したりとか、それ以外してない。日本人と電話してない。saitou-sanダウンロードしましたけど、まだ電話の機能利用したことがない。後で試したいけど、今はしてない。あとは何？これ全部読んだ。この漫画でいろんなカード作られた。これはワンピース巻96。見せましょうか。これはいいと思う。本当にいい漫画だ。これは巻95だけど読んでない。この2冊の漫画は友達から借りた。これ最初に借りたのはこの漫画だ。だからこの漫画まだ読んでない。漢字の練習はこれ以外してないけど、前の漢字の練習はただの漢字ごっこだった。真面目に練習してなかった。でもこの日、それは1週間前。これは先週だった。これもでもまだこれに まだ漢字の練習に躊躇したくない。まだヒアリングと語彙力を集めたい。その点がいいだったら話の練習します。それと漢字書くの練習します。見た通り私はよく喋ってない。だから今から英語で話しましょう。As you can see, my spoken Japanese is not that good because I haven't been practicing that. I've only really been practicing listening and reading stuff, etc. Like reading manga, listening to podcasts. When I see that I'm fairly good at and listening and reading, I will start writing and trying to speak. I've watched a lot of anime. I rewatched some anime without subtitles, like Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso. Accent wa daiji. But anyway, it's already evident that I can't quite talk. But if I can't quite talk, what can I do? Well, I can understand quite a lot of spoken Japanese. I can read quite a lot, but I just need more listening because, as I try to say, I am not doing as much listening as I should do. Most of the anime I've watched are still with subtitles. Anyway, all that brings to me is that I have to dedicate more time now for content without subtitles. That kind of just gonna elongate a little bit my study, but I'm not really like in a hurry. I'm not going to Japan any soon, and it's not like a necessity here in Brazil to speak Japanese, so I don't have the necessity now to train my speaking in Japanese. I read this one and there were a lot of this one, and there were a lot of really useful words. I mean, it's like one or so. There's a lot of old phrases like samurai and how do you say it? What's the right word? Archaic. There's a lot of archaic words. So it's a little bit hard to read, but after looking at the words I can understand, I'm gonna show you my Anki statistics. I know I said like, oh, my spoken Japanese isn't that good, but I actually think it's enough to communicate. I mean, I don't train my English and it's still this good. I mean, it's not that good, but I can communicate. I can create this video for you, okay? And it's been more than a year that I haven't uploaded anything, so I haven't spoken English like this for a year, and just with listening I've been saying it. But anyway, here I have 6,778 cards, and that's a lot. Before this month ends, before I complete 1 year and 6 months since I started, I'm going to have 7,000 cards. And this because I didn't start this deck right away, because at first I was using hiragana and katakana decks, and then radicals decks, and just in March I started this deck. Well, I'm not going to talk about my methods in this video because I've talked about them in previous videos and they haven't changed. I have the pitch accents now, so I advise you to take the pitch accents, to use pitch accents as soon as possible in your studying because it's very useful. I started to use them, I think, at the beginning of this year, and I have some cards that have the definitions in English because these cards I added in the cell phone. So when I add cards in the cell phone, it's more practical to use the app The app I have in the cell phone, that is, it's a dictionary and it already has the phrases. So I just copy the phrase, copy the meaning, copy the word, copy the hiragana, and I paste this, and paste this. Actually, this wasn't in the cell phone. I used the English definition because I couldn't find this in the Japanese dictionary. But this, for example, this I added in the cell phone. So I copied this at one time, and then went to the Anki in the cell phone and copied everything. And in the computer, I click tools because I have a pitch accent add-on. Pitch accent, both at Nihongo, here. Okay, so this month the average is 14. I haven't. This is net. 3 months 13, 1 year 12, all 13. So if you see here, this is the period I said I wasn't studying. I was just like reviewing cards. Each one of these bars are 10 days. So in this period of 10 days, I just added 7 cards. That's not a lot. When it's less than 100, means it's less than 10 cards a day, if you make an average. So after I reached 5,000 cards, I kind of slacked off, but then I picked up again, and I'm going for the 7,000. And let me just show you, our history. Here. So you can see this is when I started with the hiragana and katakana decks, and then if I click here, deck. This March 23, I started this deck. So I literally, since this day, I haven't skipped even a day. This one is just a blank square. It doesn't say 0 reviews. It's just blank. So there were these days that I just reviewed a few cards, so I didn't lose the streak. That's very sad, but anyway. And I have other stats here to show you. These were my first stats, and when I had 1,000 cards. Doesn't have average, but you can see here. Now this is 1 month later, and I had 1,600. Okay, so this one is when I started to pick up Japanese again, and I had an average of 10 cards. It was like, look, in this one, the average is 15. It's 15. In this one, it's 16. Then here, 10. And then after I picked up it's about a month. Is about a month. This was this year probably at the start of this year. And anyway, I think in this one I made today. As for the sources of my cards, I've been using dictionaries, anime. When I came back to studying Japanese, I started watching One Piece, and I was like using One Piece subtitles in Japanese to make some cards. Okay, so I'm here in the next day to say something I have to say about kanji, and it's that if you're a beginner, don't start studying kanji right away. I may have already said that in previous videos. This was when I started this deck with phrases, and before that it was like a week of hiragana and katakana, and I think the rest is until March 23rd. It was like radicals, but I don't recommend it because it's not gonna help you with anything. You're not gonna feel like you're learning the language with the radicals, because anyway, you don't need to know how to write the kanji to be able to read it. You should just start with phrases after you learn hiragana and katakana, and you're going to learn your first kanji just reading them. And I'd say when you're advanced, you feel like you have a good listening and a good reading, you should start. You could start learning kanji. And I said that, but I'm not even like learning. I just thought it would be cool. And if you try to learn kanji from the start, it's gonna be difficult and it's gonna be boring. But after you've read them hundreds and hundreds of times, because especially the common ones, um, it's just gonna be easy and fun to learn them because it's not like something you've never seen, even the most complicated kanji. I say that because that's what I felt when I was writing these kanji. Some of these I hadn't even tried to write before, like hana, koto. No, this is very ugly. Uh, a lot of these are very ugly, but this hana is beautiful. This one too is beautiful. But anyways, like when I say radicals, I say like, oh, this is the radical for water on this side. Oh, this is the radical for mouth. And anyway, and that stuff. So just worry about that after you feel like you're almost fluent or in an advanced level. And that's it. I hope you liked this video. I feel like it was a little disorganized. I'm just going back to making videos right now. I may need to make another video to talk about the sources I used, like the mobile dictionary, Google Podcast, like the subtitles of the anime. Like I downloaded the subtitles and I use the subtitles to make cards and all that stuff. So anyway, this video is just like to say I'm alive and my studying gave me results and I'm still studying. I don't talk about any methods in specific because I've already done that in previous videos. So if you've watched my previous videos, you know everything I'm talking about, cards, Anki, and all that stuff. So anyway, I hope you liked this video and bye.